And now, Everfree Radio presents Stay Brony, my friends, with DustyKatt.
Fillies and gentlecoats, welcome! Thank you for joining us this evening. It's another Monday, here with moi, DustyKatt. It's a beautiful day here in San Jose, California. And tonight, we have something special for you. We have Aviators with us.
Hello.
Yes, say hello. Come on, Aviator, say hello. You're here.
I just did.
Okay, say it again. Yeesh.
Hello, again.
And he's from Vermont, of all places. Way over there on the other side, on the other coast. You said it was nice there today, right?
It was 95, which in my book is not nice.
95. God. Humid, too, probably.
Yes, insanely.
Insanely humid. I grew up in Michigan, so I know insanely humid. Full of water. Out here it was about 92. I actually have the fan in the window. It's kind of hot in here. But what we're going to do, if all of you people don't know who Aviators is, he's a wonderful musician. Has lots and lots of stuff up on YouTube. Has albums out that you can go buy or donate to get. But right now we're going to give you a little taste of his music with a little bit of DustyKatt thrown on the side, because I did cover one of his songs very early in his career, which is One Last Letter. Beautiful song. Loved it. So I just thought I'd throw a little bit of DustyKatt on top of it. So we're going to let you guys have a taste of that. And when we get back, we're going to have some questions for the man, Aviators. So stick around.
Dear princess, I should have seen the signs. Chaos has risen again after all this time. Somehow I have to escape from this nightmare of a world ours has become. What happened to the nation we all knew? We're crushed under discord's rule. Where has harmony gone? Like Equestria's been gone for so long. One last thing that I've gotta say. One more report before it's too late. I'm begging you to stop this chaos today. One last thing that I've gotta prove. One final goodbye before we meet our doom. Something happened to the peace that we all knew. This is my one last letter to you. I've tried to stop this on my own, but my friends have turned against me. I'm alone. So many running and screaming. I'm crying out, can you hear me? I refuse to believe magic is dead. There has to be more than a conflict in my head. Dear princess, help me find a way to defeat the
Chaos rising today.
one last thing that I've gotta say. One more report before it's too late. I'm begging you to stop this chaos today. Yeah, yeah, yeah. One last thing that I've gotta prove. One final goodbye before we meet our doom. Something happened to the peace that we all knew. This is my one last letter to you.
And we're back. And how'd you like that, people? That is some awesome music right there. I threw a little bit of my own thing in there, but I need quiet in here, Rob Bob. Thank you. So, I just had to eject them out of the mumble room. I'm sorry. But anyway, so Aviators.
Yes.
Yes, you are here.
I am.
I'm going to pop you up over my shoulder because that's a cool OC you got going on, too. So, so that was one of your very early pieces, if I remember correctly. Yeah, because I fell in love with that song. I just had to do it. You were nice enough to send me the wave of the instrumental, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Yes, it was awesome. And that came out of what's known as the Toast Beard contest. Explain to me what the heck that was.
Well, Toast Beard, to be honest, I don't know the exact origins because I came in quite late after Toast Beard had started. Mm-hmm. But it's some sort, it's a music contest, I guess, where basically there's a theme each week and we make a song about the theme and a song or a remix, some sort of music.
Right.
And it's done by the community of My Little Remix.
Uh-huh.
And so basically that's how I pretty much started making pony music, I was doing these contests, and that's how songs like Second Chances, One Last Letter, Tonight, If You Only Knew, Never Back Down, and a bunch of others came into existence.
That is really cool. So it's sort of like a bunch of music guys got together to push themselves every week, come up with a song every week. Kind of cool.
Yeah, and it wasn't just like my music either. There were a lot of songs like Rainbow Factory by Glaze. That was a Toe Spirit song.
Yeah, that was, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
that's kind of cool. It's sort of like what we artists, our drawing guys, would do. You know, sit down. And everybody sit down, come up with a theme, and draw it.
Exactly.
Cool. So was pony music your first foray into music, or were you doing music before you ended up finding this whole wonderful genre?
It depends on what you mean by making music, because I've for about 2 years I've experimented with music, tried little things here and there. But about September of last year was when I first seriously got into it.
Okay.
And I started working on an album. This was before I was a brony. I was aware of bronies and their existence. I didn't really know what it was, but I knew they existed.
Okay.
So I started on the album, started getting that going, and then late October, early November, whenever Lunar Eclipse aired, it was the day after that aired that I became a brony.
Oh, okay.
And that was, and for a while I was just a usual brony, just Equestria Daily, browsing all the forums, that sort of thing.
Right.
Watching all the episodes.
Yep, like we all were.
Yep, like all of us. And then it was about very late December where I started getting into pony music. And what actually got me into it was when I asked Living Tombstone to remix one of the songs from my album.
Okay.
And then that sort of brought me into, I guess, the entire community of pony music. And once I was in the community, even though I wasn't really making the music yet, I just figured, this is a great fan base. I love, I was much more of a listener before I was a creator.
Okay.
So, and then I decided this is something I want to be a part of, and I started making music.
Going from nothing to I'm going to make an album. It's sort of like wow, that's ambitious. So, what are you using to make your music? Do you have like synths or actual, drums and guitars, or how is your process go about?
Well, my process is to use everything. That is pretty much what I like to be unique in my music, so I try to use as much as possible, as much different stuff. Being an electronic musician, of course, the main component of my songs are synthesizers, which are, which either I design on the computer or, I use pre-designed synths. I try not to use pre-designed synths, but some people do, some people don't.
Moog is a pretty good company. They come up with really good sounds.
Yeah. And I use samples. I do play the guitar.
Oh, good. Cool.
And I do. There's been a couple songs like Second Chances, Tonight, and a couple others that I've played guitar in, usually very minor parts because I'm not very good at it. But I still like to incorporate it into my songs.
Cool.
And, yeah.
Speaking of which, people, go tell your friends, all you people, that we are going to have a world premiere Aviators song tonight in the second half of the show. So you got plenty of time to go get your friends over here to listen to this wonderful music, because we're going to have a world premiere.
The song will never be heard until the release of my album.
Never be heard.
So this is the one chance.
One chance. I've been sworn to secret receipt. Cross my heart, hope to fly, stick a cupcake in my eye.
Yeah.
Once and once only. So, go get all your friends and get them over here. And on top, and speaking of that, you got this EP thing going on too, don't you?
I do. I am releasing an EP hopefully tonight if my internet behaves, and that is going to be a remasters of old songs, which would like really, really old songs. This would be my first album before I had any clue what I was doing.
Yeah.
So, these are sort of reinventions of those songs. They're not really. They're more than remasters, but they're not quite remixes. So they're just new versions, and it's not just those though. There's the remasters of a few songs. There's a completely new orchestral arrangement of Reflections of a Dream Part 2.
Ooh.
There is, and then there's a remix by El Spongy and a remix by The Living Tombstone.
Oh, no, that's worth it. Right there.
Yes. Yep.
Absolutely.
Lots of good stuff.
So I would say your stuff is more alternative 80s. Would you say that?
It's definitely 80s alternative influenced, but my view of alternative music is just alternative is sort of a mix of everything.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's I guess people pretty much file under alternative whatever they can't file under anything else.
Yeah, pretty much.
So that's why I call myself alternative, because I don't know what I am. I'm just kind of everything. So
who would you call your major influences then? You know, what's the music you're listening to, the music that you like to really not mimic, but the stuff that gives you your inspiration?
My inspiration, yeah. Prepare for a very diverse list here.
Trust me, mine's diverse too.
Yeah. Owl City is a huge inspiration for me, in that he's, one single independent musician doing all his own stuff.
Yep.
And he and I are very similar in many ways, even in style sometimes. And also Skillet, which has been my favorite band for about 5 years or more. They've always influenced my music, and more my musical writing style than anything. And that's, pretty much all of my songs have a rock vibe. They're sort of written in the style that a rock song would be.
Right.
And then a lot of, 80s rock bands, Journey, Led Zeppelin, all those old classics, that have been a big inspiration to my style.
What about say The Who or
I never got into The Who
or anything else. So not really 70s rock.
Not so much 70s rock. I am only 16, so I only know so far back.
I know a lot of 16-year-olds that wear a lot of Led Zeppelin shirts. But yeah. That's cool. So do you write most of your music? A lot of writers write either on piano or guitar or whatever. Do you base most of your music on piano licks and then move up from there, or are you more thinking in a guitarish kind of sense?
It really varies. It could be anything. There have been songs that have been born out of just me fiddling around on the guitar. I don't play piano. I mean, I play a little bit of piano, but not enough to really mess around and make something good sounding. So I don't really use that as a starting point for a song. But a lot of times I'll just be messing around in FL Studio or Logic, one of my music programs. And once I find something that I like the sound of, I just sort of build off of that, and the song is born.
So you're building off of a specific synth sound?
Pretty much, usually.
That's interesting. I've never thought of that. Maybe I should write my own song.
You should try.
I never have been really good at doing my own lyrics. I do a lot of filk, which is changing lyrics to other songs, but I see all you guys come up with all these really great lyrics. I'm going, how the heck do you do that? How do you come up with something that makes sense?
I personally don't know how I come up with lyrics. It just sort of happens.
It's sort of like Mike. I talked to Mike the Microphone. He's here in California too. We're kind of friends, and I said, how do you come up with such great lyrics? He said, I don't know. They just spit out of my brain. I have no idea.
Yeah.
It'd be wonderful to have that kind of, I got to get it out. I got to get it out somewhere. But I don't seem to get that. I don't know why. So, who in the, who in modern rock are you really listening to these days?
Well, I had mentioned Skillet earlier.
Yeah. Skillet.
They're
anybody else, Sum 41 or anything like that?
I'm a big Shinedown fan.
Okay.
I'm really into, the harder alternative rock, like Linkin Park. I really love Linkin Park. Five Finger Death Punch.
I love their cover of Bad Company. Damn, that was
good.
I love
that.
That
is
cover.
A very good song. Actually, let me go into my iPhone and just look at my most played songs.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll just take a look here.
Let's take a look.
Yeah, Lifehouse is a big. They're a big inspiration to me. They're more softer rock, but like I said, I listen to everything. Muse, Three Doors Down, Nickelback.
Another Nickelback lover. Hey, I like it.
Yes.
Why do people give Nickelback such hell? I'm telling you.
I didn't know there were people that don't like Nickelback.
Wonderful band. Jeez.
Yeah.
I am really... I'm sick and tired of people giving Nickelback crap. I mean, if you ever see those guys live or watch any of their live stuff on YouTube, they rock the house.
I know, they're great. Honestly, I think people give a bad name to anything that is popular.
Yeah, it happened with Bon Jovi.
Yeah, Bon Jovi, and more modern Skrillex. Skrillex, I love Skrillex. Everybody hates him. I just think that's because he's popular, and everybody's trying to be hipster. They don't want to listen to everything that everybody else has listened to. So
True. I mean, I have a friend of mine. He's in a band called the Dirt Bombs, which is basically Detroit garage punk, and he basically changes album styles every album. I mean, he did a pop album, he did a funk album, he did a classic soul album. Every time he does it, it's something new and cool. He actually did a live band techno album. So basically, he took Detroit rock techno, and just his band completely covered all his classic techno from Detroit, and it was a huge hit. Wonderful guy. Hopefully, he'll be there at BronyCon because he's actually DJing in New York at the moment. That's how he's making his living.
Cool.
So yeah, I hope to drag him down to BronyCon. I've known him for about 20 something years, so I've seen all the iterations of his bands. He does a techno band called the Voltaire Brothers. Have you ever checked that out? Voltaire Brothers.
I will have to look them up.
Yep. And if you like stuff that's loud and rhythmic and really out there, look up the Dirt Bombs on YouTube, and just almost everything up there is really cool. Let's see, where are we at? We're at 523. What else should we talk about? Hey, how about some pony? Hey! Yeah! How about some pony? So, of course, we're going to get the first question out. I mean, everybody asks you this, but I'm sure everybody in the chat wants to know who your favorite pony is, or favorite ponies, because Lord knows it's impossible to pick one these days.
No, it is not.
Possible.
There is only one best pony, and that is...
no. Really?
I mean, yes, Luna is like...
Well, I have to agree with you there.
Yeah.
I agree with
Luna
you.
is just so awesome.
Luna's best princess, I'll give you that.
Yes. Best princess. I don't know. I can understand how some people would like other ponies, because they're all great in their own way. But
yeah. Well, you know that Charlie is my favorite pony because we graduated together, and I dated her. So yeah, that's a little known secret that I dated Shirley back in the 80s.
Really?
So, yeah. Oh, absolutely. If you see that picture of her in the episode that she shows with the crimped hair and everything, yeah, I dated her.
Yeah.
I dated that girl.
Wow.
Graduated in 86.
Sounds like a totally legitimate story.
It was. It's a legitimate story, trust me. Just ask her. She Twitters me like every other day.
I don't think I'm following Charlie. I'll have to fix it.
You should fix that. And that's it, Luna. I would think you'd be like DJ Pone 3 or Octavia, like most of the music gentlemen I have around. They grab
honestly, I don't think it's fair to pick a background pony as your favorite, because no one knows what they're like. You have to rely on your own mental picture. That's yeah, and even though Luna we haven't seen a whole lot of, she's developed a character.
A bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I really hope we see more of her next season.
Oh, definitely.
We got to have like another Luna episode. I mean, she can't be like relegated to Halloween.
I know.
I mean, come on, I don't want like a Charlie Brown Halloween with Luna. I don't want that. I want a Luna episode that develops her character a little bit more. That would be awesome. And you know what? That's what I'd like to see. Everybody knows that I want to see more about the Pegasus ponies next season. What about you?
Yes.
What are you thinking you want to see next season?
We need to see the Rainbow Factory.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. No, I would love to see some background pony recognition, which in a way would be a Brony reference. Everybody loves Brony references. So that would be cool. And let's see what else. I would love to see a return of Discord. Him being the best villain. I love Queen Chrysalis, but Discord is just the best.
So we have a best villain now.
We do.
We do have a best villain. I'm still Nightmare Moon to this day.
Really?
I'm still a Nightmare Moon fan. Discord had his points because you brought in the whole, you brought in the whole Q from Star Trek and all of that stuff, and that was cool. That was cool. That was cool. You can't beat Q. In fact, I've been watching nothing but Q episodes of Star Trek for like a week and a half because it sort of piqued my interest. It's like, how is Discord really like Q? So I watched all of them. We have them on Netflix. So we're watching. We're up to John Delancey in Deep Space Nine. When,
really?
Yeah. So basically, the first one where he was in Deep Space Nine when the captain basically socked him in the jaw. It was awesome.
I have not seen that one. I think I've seen all the ones with him in Next Generation.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've watched him.
He was in 2 or 3. I think it was 3 in Deep Space Nine. Deep Space Nine was a good episode. Was a good series. But yeah. So I've sort of been like watching all these so I get my John Delancey on when I get to BronyCon. So if he says anything about anything, it's like, oh yeah, I remember that one. So do your research, people.
Yeah.
So we're now to, okay, so we got your favorite pony. We got your favorite villain. Favorite episode.
Oh,
both
goodness.
Both seasons.
Now that
together.
Of both seasons. Okay.
Or pick one from each season, but best episode.
Okay. The best episode ever of any season. I think most of people agree with me here. Is the season 2 finale.
Yeah. I mean, the season 2 finale was awesome. Felt like a mini.
Yes, yeah. It was perfect. That's my favorite episode. So obviously that's my favorite of season 2. My favorite of season 1. It's hard to pick because, to be honest, I liked season 2 about 1 billion times more than season 1.
Okay.
Like I like season 1, but season 2 just seemed all that much greater to me.
Yeah.
That's incorrect English, but I'm going to move on. And I don't know. It's
sort of like
maybe Party of One. That was really good.
Yeah. Almost any of the episodes where the girls have their emotional breakdown are really really good. They all delve into characterization, which I think is what most of this show is about. Why people love the show is because you have deep
reason we're bronies.
Oh, absolutely. Because you have some feeling for what they're going through or feeling of the character. So I really, I'd have to agree with you. Almost all of the ones where they show their emotion, show their background.
Yeah. You cannot beat the mental breakdown of Lesson Zero, though.
No, you can't.
There's no. That was a
Prozac party if there was any of them. That was a Prozac party right there.
Yes.
Yeah, I like when Rarity throws herself on the bed and whines that she doesn't know what to wallow in. So that was my hook. That was my hook point. And you know what? Let's ask that question. What was the one moment in the show that hooked you, where you said, "Yep, I'm hooked. I'm a brony, and I'm going to watch this"? What was the one moment?
Oh gosh, I don't think I had even made it to the title sequence yet. I was such an easy catch. I watched it, and I started on Lunar Eclipse, which is a good episode to start on for non-bronies. It's dark, it's good, it's a good episode, and I don't know, I love the animation. I think that's what really got me at first.
Me too.
The animation is really good in that show. And as I went on, I think my favorite, what sets this show apart from others is the character development, but I really hadn't seen enough to see that yet.
Right.
So, yeah.
That's cool. We are half an hour into the show, so it's time for a commercial. And so we're going to play a commercial right now, and we'll be right back. And when we do come back, I'm going to have Aviators here answer your questions, and we'll get Screwball into chat. So stick around, and a little bit later after that, after we do some questions, we are going to play a world premiere Aviators song. I'm not even going to tell you that damn title because it's that special. Okay, so you're going to have to stick around, and we'll be
so secret.
So secret. We'll be right back.
Since the beginning of time, the elite of Equestria have longed for pony fashions that truly express the essence of their very souls. Patiently waiting decades, no, centuries, for the perfect pony gown. Today, at long last, Equestria, your wait is over. Let's hear it for the breathtaking designs of Ponyville's own Rarity!
Certainement, Spike. All your ponies, be sure to visit the shop in Ponyville. For the rest of us, be sure to pick up the t-shirts, the bags, or even the posters from WillowFine.com. That's right, WillowFine.com for all your pony needs. And remember, Carousel Boutique, where every fashion says chic, unique, and magnifique. Mwah.
Welcome back, and that is Rarity's Boutique down in Ponyville, and it's now summertime, and all you mares can go down there and get your bright sundresses because you all look good in that. And I'm sure she has a whole new summer line. I'm sure she's going to get to me with a new commercial real soon. Rarity, you listen to me? You're overdue for a new commercial. Call me. Okay, but all you humans, you need to go to WeLoveFine.com. Because WeLoveFine.com has all of your pony needs, from bags to posters to t-shirts to all this really great stuff. So find the shirt you want, get everything you need at WeLoveFine.com, and then put in EFR10. That's our code, EFR10, and you'll get 10% off your entire order. And we're back with Aviators. You're still there?
Hello.
There he is.
Yep.
Screwball.
How's it going?
Where are you at? There he
Right
is.
here.
There he is. Right up over the shoulder. So, what I need from you is I need questions from the peanut gallery out there for this fine gentleman, this musician, Aviators. Anybody out there got a question?
There's a bunch already. This one's from Mason L. Cat. Question is, what were some of your musical influences?
Oh gosh, didn't I sort of already go over this?
Sort of.
Oh, yeah.
Real quick.
Like I said, Owl City, Skillet, Lifehouse, Five Finger Death Punch, Breaking Benjamin, Led Zeppelin,
Yes.
Even some dubstep artists like Skrillex, I guess. Even Deadmau5 in some cases.
What a troll he is.
I know.
Did you see that?
I
this
love
week?
him.
Yeah.
What a troll.
Yeah.
Oh, I just wore that to get a rise out of you. By the way, Rainbow Dash is a better pony anyway. It's like, yeah, we know where your bread is buttered. So, what a guy. Next.
This one's from Vigilant Watch. Screwball, if you can ask, are you going to Everfree Northwest or any other convention? And 2, if he wants to hang with an aviator.
I'm going to BronyCon.
Ooh.
And that is it. Probably. I don't think I'm going to make it to Everfree.
Yeah, that's a long way for you.
BronyCon is my first con ever, so I'm gonna experience that, and then I'll see where I go from there.
Well, if you need a hand, I'm an experienced con goer. I can give you tips.
Oh, well, thank you.
Remember, 6, 2, 1. 6 hours of sleep, 2 meals, 1 shower every day.
Yes.
That gets you through every con.
All right.
Screwball, do your job.
This one's from Forgot the Plates. Question, who's your favorite Brony music artist?
Oh. Time to make some enemies.
Time to make some enemies. It's definitely not me, that's for sure.
Oh, gosh. If out of all the Brony musicians, which I love them all so much, and they're all great, but out of everybody, just for my personal preference, I think my favorite artist is Glaze.
Good choice. Good choice. Glaze almost
I just
never
love
makes
him
anything
to
bad.
death. Nope.
And he comes out with something when he comes out with something, he spent a lot of time on it.
I know.
Yep. Yeah, he takes a lot of time getting it right, and then when it comes out, it's there's nothing wrong with it. There's anything wrong with one of his songs.
Yeah, I know. He's just top-notch music, and he knows what he's doing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Anybody else other than Glaze, though?
Now I have to listen more. I love the Living Tombstones music, especially some of his earlier stuff, like September and
I like that new
Alex
one, Real Magic. That's a really good song.
Yes, that's a very catchy one. I love that one. Alex S. I love his music. I'm really looking forward to his new album coming out.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yes. Jackalap's Griffin Village.
Mm-hmm.
I like Jackalap's music, but his Griffin Village stuff is always my favorite.
Yeah.
That is great stuff.
It was really funny when I got pulled into a Skype call with when D-Noda, me and D-Noda were friends, and he pulled me into a Skype call, and Alex S. was there, and he sort of like Screwy fanboyed on me. I said, "Dude, you fanboy on me? What the hell?"
I know.
And he said, "You're going to be at BronyCon, right? You're going to be at BronyCon, right?" And it's like, I'm planning on it. He goes, he sort of like almost fainted. It's like,
I know.
No, I want to smoke hookah with you. It's like, dude, I don't smoke. It's like you can see this little puppy dog eyes. It's like, smoke with me. It's like, okay. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun playing around with it.
Yeah.
Right there. Cool. Next.
Oh, this one's from wait. Sorry, that was just reading a message Moonlight sent me. I'll read it later. This is getting in the way. A question from Gavin Gap. I'm just going to reword this one. Aviators, how did you come up with the name?
Oh, goodness. Well, let me first clarify that the name is not the pilots, as in pilots, plural. It is the sunglasses.
I reworded it because he was like, "Oh, were you named after the sunglasses?" I wasn't sure, so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I was.
I was wondering about that myself.
Yes. Honestly, I chose a terrible name because now everybody thinks I'm a band.
That's
because
true. That's true.
Because I have a plural name.
Mm-hmm.
And even though it's a plural name, the sunglasses are a singular object. So it sort of makes sense, but people think pilots, which makes them think a group, which everybody thinks I'm a band.
Yeah, it's true. I just had somebody say, tell that band I really love them when I interviewed you today. I was like, wait a minute, it's one guy.
Yeah. Even on the Everfree radio post on the website, it said
the band Aviators. I'm gonna have to smack somebody. Yeah. I've been busy. I was motocrossing yesterday, so I couldn't actually, put my finger on everything that was being advertised for the show. So
That's okay.
Motocross. I was like, oh no! I got up this morning and said, oh no, I left it. But I was like, okay, we'll fix it. Next.
This one's from Casual Fridays. I love that name. Question: what advice do you have for an amateur singer?
Singer.
Oh gosh, I really don't know because I am an amateur singer.
So am I.
In all honesty.
Did you ever take any classes? Have a choir in high school or anything like that?
No, I'm actually homeschooled.
Whoa.
And yeah, whoa. And I didn't actually start singing until about November.
I hate you.
December, so
hate you.
Yeah, I didn't even know I could slightly sing.
You kids.
I know.
I'm 44 years old. My voice has been used a lot, so it takes me a lot to get my voice warmed up to even sing. And all you kids just
it's
belt out these hits like they're nothing. I'm so old. But yeah, it's the way you get the haunting melody in your voice. I want to know what your settings are because I want to steal them. I don't know how I'm going to do it. But
I don't even know what my settings are. I just click the buttons.
Oh. Wonderful, wonderful button clicking you're doing.
Oh, I know.
But yeah, if you want a little tip from me, karaoke. Okay, go out and with your friends. Go to if you're too young, or wait until if there's a place that has karaoke that doesn't have alcohol, or if you can get a karaoke machine. If your friend has one.
But no one does karaoke without alcohol.
Are you kidding? I karaoke without alcohol all the time. Alcohol hurts your throat. But if you can get a karaoke machine, in fact, there's a lot of karaoke places online now. So you can go to Red Karaoke or any of these places that are online, and you can actually sing to your webcam with a microphone and practice. Basically, the more you sing, the better you get. It works your vocal cords to a point where you'll be able to start hitting notes, do a little warm up, la 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 kind of thing before you do it. But go find a song you love and sing it, and sing it until you can sing it right. And the more you work your vocal cords, the better they'll get. Like any other muscle in the body, the more you work it, the better it gets. So there's also a lot of how to sing on YouTube, a lot of how to sing videos on YouTube. So check out some of those out. And you'll be singing like Aviators within 6 months. Trust you. You can do it. Next.
All right. Before we get on to anything else, I just want to say something.
Go right ahead.
Silent has just released his remix of The Veldt by Deadmau5, featuring yours truly. So after the show,
you
can all go check that out. No, not now. Wait. Go download it and then listen to it later.
Mm-hmm. If you have a link,
let me go find one.
Give it to me, and we'll put it
up. My mouse is running out of batteries.
Oh no,
that's a problem.
Oh no.
Let me try to fix this.
Get us a link, and we'll throw it up on the stream, and we'll get that to everybody so they can go check that out. That sounds exciting. But you all need to stick around for the world premiere of Aviator's new song Here, which is going to happen in about 15 minutes. So, don't go nowhere. Not yet.
No.
You viewer who just left, get back here. Get back here now.
So yes, that song is a cover that Silent and I have been... Well, Silent did the music. I just did vocals, so I can't take credit for much of it. But he made a really epic remix, and I'm proud of the result of the song. It's pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. Let me put this up real quick. New song link. We're gonna put that up right now. So that's the link to the Silent song. So check that out after the show. Don't go nowhere, because we got a new song for you right here. Then you can go listen to that one. So that's the link right there. Hopefully Screwball can get that up in the chat so you guys can just click it. Okay.
I'll do that right now.
Do that right now.
Sorry for the absolute stall I just did.
Stall.
I stalled.
Stalled.
1 second. I gotta save this question first.
Okay.
And then I will get this.
Ask that while you're doing that.
Okay, question for you, Aviators, from Rozga. How did you come up with your OC pony design?
I went into Pony Creator and put together some colors that looked cool. Isn't that kind of how everybody made their OC?
Yes, it's so true.
I don't know. I'm an artist. I drew my own.
Really?
Yeah. I did use the Pony Creator after I kind of came up with ideas, but I was drawing all my own stuff, and then I found the Pony Creator and I said, okay, I'll throw these in here and see what I look. And it's like, because that's actually show style, you know.
Yeah.
So, did my colors actually look show style? It's like, yeah, that looks pretty good. So I went ahead and with it. I just put your OC back up on the screen so everybody can see it.
Yeah.
By the way, hi, Rozzy.
What is my profile picture right now?
Hey, Rozga, where's my badge? I'm leaving in a week and a half, babe. Gotta have it. So we'll talk later.
Bless you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Rozzy's a wonderful artist.
Picture.
I'm probably gonna have her on the show soon. Rozzy, we need to talk. Okay. So, back to it. So, who's next on the questions?
I'm going through as fast as I can. There's so much talking and so little time. Oh yeah, okay, I'll go for this one.
Okay.
This one's from Moonlight, who is the one of the staff members to Everfree Radio, and he asks, "Hey, Aviators, why are you so awesome?"
Implying that I am awesome.
You are
which,
awesome.
I don't know. Am I?
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
thank you.
The manliest Brony in the world
I
thinks
know.
you're awesome.
Yes.
Or
Well,
else
that
you
is
wouldn't be on my
something
show.
I want that in writing.
Okay. Not a problem. We'll be at BronyCon in 2 weeks. I'll write anything you
Right.
want. I'll write it in
you can
calligraphy.
you can sign a paper or something.
Dear Princess Celestia, Aviators rocks. Your faithful student, DustyKatt.
I would totally hang that on my wall.
Done.
All right.
Dude, you know what? I just remembered. I got to finish my Princess Celestia letter. That's about half done. I got to get that in the mail. Yep. Got to do it. Next question.
Oh, this one's from Sunny Storm. Aviators, what is your favorite MLP song? In show or fan made?
Okay. Oh gosh. Okay. In show, that's an easy one. This Day aria.
Oh, yeah.
There is no other answer to that question. That is
Wrap Up.
the greatest song.
Winter wrap up.
Okay. Winter Wrap Up is really good, but you can't beat This Day aria. It is Disney quality musical.
It is.
It is.
I give it that.
It's fantastic.
It goes to... This Day Aria is Disney quality music, but when you go back to Winter Wrap Up, it's more Hammerstein and Bernstein. You know, it's more theater, and it's
Right.
two different
You're
types
right.
of music. You know,
It is.
you
I
get
obviously
into
prefer the Broadway musical type thing, so that's
then
why I love
you, if you don't know, should go listen to Ponyphonic.
I was just about to get there. I was going to say my favorite song,
Gotcha.
my favorite fan-made song, is "The Moon Rises."
The Moon Rises.
by
Oh my
Ponyphonic.
God. I want an entire Broadway production just from that song.
Oh.
I would put,
I'm
if
so proud.
I won the lottery and I had like 10 million bits to throw at a project, I would give it all to him and say, "Here,
Yep.
make me a Broadway show."
No,
I wanna
what I would
see
do
it.
is I would kill him and
What?
then take his vocal cords.
No,
That's what-
no, I'm sad.
that is what I would do.
No, I'm sad. No, you can't destroy an artist of that quality.
It's not
I would
destroying it.
I would hunt you down and kill you myself.
Taking it.
I'm just combining artists.
No,
Exactly.
Surgically combining.
no, we're not going to play.
Genetically
No,
engineered
Pony
music.
Centipede is not happening here. We're not reading that fanfic. Thank you. Ugh. Ugh. Not happening. Screwy, save me.
You know what? I like his idea. I think I might take some of his vocal cords too.
No, no, I get his
Can you
vocal
share?
cords, and then when I die, you can take my vocal cords, because I'll have
Okay.
both.
Is this sort of like, you know, the quickening? You know, we're gonna chop off each other's
In a
heads to
way.
take our vocal cords.
Yeah.
Sure.
There's this great big huge electric sky thing pointed straight at your throat, and then you get the vocal cords of the person that you killed.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, at the end, you know what happens when one is left? When there can be only one, it's Freddie Mercury. You get the vocal cords of Freddie Mercury in the end. And that's
All
it.
right, I'm okay with this.
I'm okay with it too.
I can see this turning into a bad fanfic.
Oh yes. All right,
Yeah,
fanfic writers,
yeah.
get to work.
Fanfic writers get to work on that one.
Yes.
I'm not writing it.
Oh my.
Next question, Screwy.
Question from Chaotic Harmony. Which of the main six do you relate to the most?
There you go.
Probably Rainbow Dash. I consider myself most like her. So, I mean, I'm not that awesome, but I'd like to pretend I am. So. But no one's as awesome as Rainbow Dash. So.
Not even I'm as awesome as Rainbow Dash. And I'm kind of awesome.
I mean, just no one.
Nope.
There can only be one Rainbow
There can be only
Dash.
one. Rainbow Dash.
Exactly.
That's true. Sad as it is. By the way, people, 9 minutes. 9 minutes to the world premiere of a new Aviators.
Goodness.
So stick around.
Oh my.
So we get a few more questions in before the world premiere.
Sure thing.
Hit it.
This one's from K4. I can't say the full name. I can't. I'm not trying. Question is, what is your favorite thing about the fandom?
Oh gosh, it's not obvious.
Music.
That would be the music.
Music.
Yes.
You know what I'm worried?
Everyone
You know what
love
I'm worried
Brony
about?
music?
I'm worried that the Muzak company is going to pick up on Brony music, and we're going to have like an entire, 100-song CD that people will be playing in elevators. That is nothing but your music and Living Tombstone and Glaze, and it's all going to be Muzak style pony music.
That would be epic. That'd be epic.
It would actually. Now that I think about it, I'm going to
I would pay money to walk into an elevator and hear Glaze.
and hear Glaze as
I mean,
Muzak.
just-
That would be funny.
Yeah.
Somebody get on that. Somebody
Yes.
make that as a joke.
This needs to happen.
This needs to happen. Absolutely. Absolutely. That'd be funny. Oh, come on, Screwy.
Sorry. This one's from Starstream. I was about to say Starscream. Oh boy.
I thought you were going to say Star Swirl the Bearded.
we're all on different topics here. I don't see this being true, but I gotta ask: do you use autotune when you do music at all?
Oh no!
Oh no!
The controversial question. All right, time to lose some fans. Yes, I do.
You know,
You know what? It's a
I can't
tool.
judge you on that.
It's a tool like any
exactly.
other tool.
It is, yes. It is a tool, just like reverb, delay, compression. It is like any of those things.
Yep.
And it doesn't mean I'm cheating.
Nope.
And also, if some of you are wondering, oh my gosh, can you not sing? No, I'm not the greatest singer out there. But if you want to hear my completely non-auto-tune voice, listen to Apple Bucket.
Yep.
That is my only song with zero pitch correction.
Mm-hmm. And the thing about the auto-tune, Melodyne's auto-tune, is that it helps you be faster as a producer. Yes, you can sing it. Sometimes it takes, maybe your voice is off that day. Maybe you have a cold. Maybe you have to get something done. Used correctly, a tool is a tool. Used incorrectly, you get...
Your Kesha.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, used incorrectly, you get today's popular music. Used correctly, it's just another tool that helps you be faster as a producer. Basically, if somebody does a wonderful take and has 2 notes off in a 3-minute song, they're not going to re-sing a 3-minute song for 2 notes. They're just going to go and be done.
Thank you. Someone sees this.
Well, yeah, I'm 44 years old. I use it myself. Sometimes I'll sing a song 12 times, and I'm really close, but I can't hit 1 note. Either it's low or it's high because of where the pitch is in my vocal range. Okay, yes, I could practice it for another month and probably hit that pitch singing it straight through. But as a producer, you're not going to sit there and waste a month. You're going to make one little shift in pitch, half a pitch off, either you're flat or you're sharp a little bit, and just fix it. Mostly that's what I do. If I hit over, 3/4 to 80% of the notes in a song and I miss like 1 or 2 notes, I'm going to fix it. It's just one of those things that makes you faster as a producer to get stuff out for you people. So we don't want to wait 3 months for a song out of Aviators or Glaze or anybody. We want new music, and we want to be able to enjoy it. So it's not cheating. It's being able to produce faster so that you people can have wonderful music faster. So used correctly, it's not cheating.
Yes. I ditto this.
Yes.
I triple ditto.
Next.
This one's from Forgot the Plate. One, he likes to say hi to you, Dusty.
I forgot. Yeah, you were here. You've been here almost every week. Hello. Thanks for coming.
I'm glad you're here. And question is, if you could meet Lauren Faust, what would you say to her?
I am probably going to meet Lauren Faust, and
exactly.
And what am I going to say to her? I honestly don't know. Probably hello.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll probably introduce myself. Well, this is if I had a personal encounter. And then I'd probably say, I just want to thank you for creating such a genius and revolutionary show.
A movement.
And I'd probably just die right there.
You've created a movement.
Yes.
Jumping up and down on the Group W bench. If anybody gets that reference, if you get that reference in the chat, if somebody in the reference gets that in the chat, Screwy, you tell me. I'll
let you know.
I'll get something special.
Type it, guys, if
From
you
me.
know.
Type it in. If you get the reference, you'll get something special from me.
Arlo Guthrie?
Which song?
Which song? Alice's Restaurant?
Bingo. Who wins? God, that was
Mini
fast.
Applejack.
Huh?
Mini Applejack.
Mini Applejack. You are going to get a sparkle pony from me. You get your address to Screwy, who will get it to me, and you'll get it in the mail. You'll get a sparkle pony from me.
Message it to me.
Message it to Screwball, and we'll get you your prize. That was good. That was good, actually. I didn't think anybody was going to grab that one. That was good. That was fast. I'm thinking about dropping that into my show, people. So hang around. I think every week I'm going to drop a reference, and if anybody can get it, they'll get a prize from me. I got a few extra things laying around, so that need to find a home. So I think we'll do that. We'll have a little contest every week. So how are we doing? 2 minutes. Actually, a minute and a half. Minute and a half.
Oh gosh.
Minute and a half.
One more question.
One more question.
Okay, this one's from Smoke123. I hope I said that right. Question is, what are some of your other favorite cartoons out there?
Oh gosh, I'm not a cartoon person. I really don't watch cartoons. I'm not into anime. I'm not. No. I watch like live action shows.
Yeah.
Really, Friendship is Magic is the only cartoon that I watch. Sadly, I should watch more. I know.
Well, actually, there's not much more to watch. I mean, if you've actually looked at Saturday morning cartoons lately, it's basically a desert wasteland.
I know, but I could get into anime.
There's some anime out there that I've watched that I like. There's nothing currently going on that sparks my favor. But some of the older stuff, back from the 80s, back when I was watching, still sparks my fancy. But, a lot of like One Piece or any of those, they just don't grab me. You just go on and on and on and on and on and on and on just to make money. It's like, just give me a show that goes like a couple of seasons, has a beginning and an end, and everybody loves it. That'd be great. Yeah. But these things that go on and on and on and on and on, it's like, come on, just end it. It's getting stupid. Yeah. So.
I mean, I've been meaning to try Death Note, but that's really the only one that interests me.
A lot of people have been telling me that. A lot of people said, you gotta watch Death Note. You gotta watch Death Note. It's great. It's like...
It sounds pretty good.
It sounds okay, but the premise of some kid writing a name in a book, having them die, it's like, okay, where can this go? What is the point?
I know.
Okay, you only write a name in a book so many times,
Yes, but hey, we are watching a show about ponies.
That's true. You got me.
You got
me. You got me.
It's like 6 ponies learn about friendship. Where can that go?
Yeah, you got me.
Yeah.
Guess what time it is? It's time.
6 o'clock.
It's 6 o'clock. It's time for the world premiere of Aviators' new song. You want to introduce this thing?
Sure. This is a song from my new album. Well, my upcoming album. Can't call it new because it's not out yet.
Mm-hmm.
And it's titled Far From Me. And yeah, this is the world premiere and the only premiere.
The only.
Until the album's release.
And who knows when that's going to be. Because he's got work to do. So, all of you people, here is the one and only chance you get to listen to this wonderful song. And I'm really happy he's letting me play it for him. So here we go.
happened to who you were? Are you still bleeding, suffering? Where did the good times go? Seems like everything has fallen apart. I am left alone with a broken heart. How do we find a way to start a war? When did this become a battle to settle the score? What happened to the way we used to be? And it feels like we're worlds apart, stumbling in the dark. You're so far from me. To who you used to be? Or did you lose track of who you are? Could it be me that changed? Maybe I caused us to grow apart. I couldn't have guessed we'd end up this way, fighting with our words like knives. Should we stay and fix what we've destroyed? Or should we run for our lives? How did we find a way to start a war? This become a battle to settle the score. What happened to the way we used to be? And it feels like we're worlds apart, stumbling in the dark. You're so far from me. To be the one I could rely on. You used to be my shoulder to cry on. Now everything around is burning to the ground. We've lost somehow. You're far from me now. Maybe it's time we open our eyes. We've been so blind, we couldn't realize we unknowingly killed everything that we built. All the memories inside of me have become my enemy. I've lost you so suddenly, and you're so far from me. How did we find a way to start a war? When did this become a battle to settle the score? What happened to the way we used to be? And it feels like we're worlds apart, stumbling in the dark. You're so far from me. It's still bleeding. Love is blind, but I'm still seeing. After this, now I'm believing. You're so far from me.
How did you all like that? I happen to love it myself. So, how about Screwy? Anybody in the chat say anything about that wonderful song?
Okay, I'm back. Fox Ray says, "Das beautiful."
Das beautiful. That's one good one. That's a thumbs up.
Yep, we got another one here. Lockout Phoenix says 100% cooler.
There we go.
Army Brony says it was epic.
Epic stuff. And you hated it. We're playing the we're playing the song, right? And I know you can't hear us, but Aviators is in my ear saying, I forgot how bad this song really is. What? Shut your mouth.
It really is not the best song on the album.
Well, then we have we have a lot to look forward to. Then we have a great big album full of awesome, dripping.
I hope so.
Awesome. It's gonna be like a Philly cheesesteak dripping with awesome. That's what I'm looking for.
Oh gosh.
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Absolutely.
I know it's the album version of a Philly cheesesteak.
Absolutely. We're going to be close enough. They might even have one there somewhere in Jersey. A Jersey steak. I could have Jersey steaks. Yeah. I have to go find some Jersey steaks. But, yeah, so that was the world premiere of Aviators' song. And I sort of screwed it up. I called it So Far Away, when actually its title is, what?
Far From Me.
Far From Me. Far From Me. Yes. I made that little title card for him, and he said, this title's wrong. It's like, whoops! I had to go fix it. So, oh, was I embarrassed. Oh. Oh, dude.
Oh, well.
Oh, well.
I even mix up the title. I don't know why it's such a confusing title.
I don't
mix
know.
it up too.
It just, Far From Me sounded more like the title to me. I don't know. It still works. Or So Far Away. I think there's other major songs that were called So Far Away, so it's like got into my psyche or something. So
yeah.
So we're going to. That's the only time you get to hear that one, folks, until this album is done. And what's the ETA on that, by the way?
Oh gosh, I'm working pretty hard. Things are finishing up quite nicely. I'm aiming for late July, early August.
Ooh, Everfree Northwest.
Yeah,
Everfree Northwest, I can think. Because the thing I'm working on, I might as well say it. Because it's not going to happen for BronyCon. I wish it was, but it's not going to. Bronified and I are working on a project.
Yes.
And it's going to be awesome. I was hoping to have it done for BronyCon, but it's not going to happen. One, he got busy. Two, my voice took a holiday, so didn't get enough vocals done to get it all produced, get it ready. But we're working on an album together, and I'm really excited about it. He just got me the final track of music that I need to finish the album. But mostly it's me singing now, so I'm waiting for my voice to calm down. Because I tried one of the tracks and basically hurt myself. I hurt my voice. So I'm sort of waiting for it to come back. Plus, allergy season is here. A singer's worst nightmare.
Oh, I love allergy season.
Singer's worst nightmare. Allergy season.
I have no allergies. Ha
ha ha ha ha. Shut. Hate you.
Love you too.
I love you too. What are you eating? What are you
Rice.
eating? Rice.
Rice.
Rice and what?
Very spicy fish sticks.
Very spicy fish sticks. Mm-mm-mm. I don't know what I'm having tonight, but
and it's cold. It's really, really cold.
We had pork last night, so I'm not sure what we're having tonight. What are you eating for dinner? Aviators? Or have you eaten already?
I have eaten already, and I had ice cream.
Ice cream for dinner?
Yes.
God, decadent.
It's a good day. It's a good day.
Decadent musicians. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
If they aren't like drinking alcohol, they're eating ice cream for dinner.
This was actually from Starscream. Aviators, do you like eating Asian food?
No, I do not.
Aw. I love Asian food.
No, I like American food.
Have you ever done sushi?
Nope.
What?
I've had sushi. It's pretty good.
Awesome.
Really?
You gotta go have some sushi. That's good stuff. I got a small story, real quick story. Everybody knows I used to travel the world for business, and we went to Taiwan. First time I'd ever been there, and of course at that time I've got long hair all the way down to the middle of my back, down to my ponytail, with the mustache, and in a business suit, and we go have this business meeting with these Taiwanese businessmen, and it's said that you can eat your way across Asia as a businessman because every business meeting is punctuated with a dinner or a lunch or breakfast or whatever. So we went to lunch at this place, and there's 6 place settings for us Americans that have forks and knives and spoons, and every place else has chopsticks. So we all sit down, and the food comes out, and I asked the waiter very kindly, could I have some chopsticks, please? And everybody looks at me. I was like, what? It's like, I'd like to have some chopsticks. So sure enough, he gives me some chopsticks. So didn't do the American thing where you scrape them together to get all the wood off because these are actually really nice. I said, okay. Well, I sit there and I start eating. And I'm eating and I'm eating and I'm eating. My boss elbows me. Dusty, look. I said, what? I look up, and the 8 Asian businessmen are not eating. They're sitting there watching me eat. And I sort of got creeped out. I was like, what? Did I do something wrong? Did I make a faux pas? You know, because you go into a business meeting with somebody from halfway across the world, you're worried you're going to say the wrong word or do the wrong thing or whatever, right? And he said, no, they've never seen one of us. You know, every American they've ever taken over there always ate with a fork and a knife because none of them. I had a Chinese or a Japanese girlfriend at the time, so we're always eating sushi or something. So the one guy asked the translator, who asked me, said, "Pick up 1 grain of rice." And I didn't even look at it. I just picked one up and said, "Oh, you mean like that?" And I picked up 1 grain of rice. And the guy sort of like lost himself. He's like jabbering, like, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god." And from that point on, I was like the best gaijin they'd ever known. It was like all of a sudden I'm in, right? I'm sitting there, we're laughing and joking and having a great time. But you know, you put that 2 and 2 together, it's like, oh wow, it's like somebody actually came into my country and is doing things my way, and everything is cool. So it was kind of a cute little story. It's kind of funny. I thought I'd done something. I thought I'd like killed this deal. I'm like, God, I went over the first deal I've ever been in, and I've completely ruined it. No, I actually made the deal. It was kind of cool.
That's awesome.
It was funny. Oh, next question.
Questions for Aviator from Forgot the Plates. Is this your first interview?
Hey, wait. How many times are you going to show up at my show and forget the plates? That's what I want to know. You know, you're here every week, and every week you forget the plates. Next week, I want plates. I can't eat without some plates here. Okay? So don't forget them next week. By the way, and let's go on with the question. He says, "Is this your first interview?"
Absolutely not. I have had many interviews before.
As well you should.
So, well, I don't know. It's kind of funny because it's only been recently. Mm-hmm. It's like, and then everybody's like, "Hey, can you interview me?" And a lot of it has been, you know, like small podcasts. Mm-hmm. You know, just a couple guys who wanted an interview.
Yeah.
And you know, I've been interviewed by Chimicharichanga, which is a
Me too.
medium-sized blog.
Yep.
You know, pretty awesome blog, and the Dashi Show, and those are the biggest things I've been interviewed on, and now this, of course.
Yeah, I'd been asked to do an interview fairly early, and I went to this interview, and it was the guy and his second in command, and nobody showed up. It was just him and his guy and me, and I just answered their questions anyway, because I thought they were going to put it up. They weren't even recording. We were done when it was over. It was like, "Oh, thank you very much for coming on our show." It's like, okay, well, when's this recording going up? It's like, we didn't record it. Well, nobody showed up. So who's going to see this? Oh, it was just for us. It's like, okay, then. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Awesome. And, okay, cool. So I had a bunch of those myself. It's kind of funny when you show up to a party and nobody's there.
Yeah, I know.
And you realize you're forever alone.
You're forever alone. Forever. Except for Skipsy and Bajati.
Ooh!
I'm not
Skips
bringing it
is
up.
a real life friend, and I haven't seen him in quite some time.
Not saying anything about it. Nope. Next.
This one's from Dev Knights. Aviators, how long does it take you to make one of your songs?
Far From Me took about 5 months.
Ooh.
And then there are some songs like Never Meant to Be, which take 2 hours.
Nice.
I've had that
It
happen.
varies.
Yeah. I did Trixie's Big Shot in an evening, and it took me Piano Colt about 4 or 5 weeks. So it just depends. You know, it depends on, you know, the complexity of melody or any of that stuff. I can see it.
Yeah.
I can see this one song I'm working on going to take me like 2-3 weeks because there's a lot of layers in it. And I was like, oh, I'm looking forward to that. It'll be fun, but it's like a lot of work. Next.
This one's from Repairman Man. This is a serious question. What do you suggest for aspiring electronica musicians?
FL Studio. if you have Windows, if you have Mac, GarageBand. And
Yes,
do you just-
GarageBand.
Oh, I love GarageBand.
Yep.
That is what I started on.
Yep, we have
And-
GarageBand
and yeah,
in this house. My friend Caradwin has a lot of Apple stuff. So he's got GarageBand on his iPad, on his iPhone, on a whole bunch of
Oh,
stuff.
I'm an Apple fanboy.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I have to get away from Audacity, so I think I'm going to Fruit Loops. I'm going to go to FL Studio.
FL Studio is pretty nice. Well, it's good for composition and like electro stuff. It's not so great for audio editing in itself.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So what are you using for
I've
your
heard-
vocals?
for my vocals, most of the time I'll record in Logic.
Uh-huh.
Once in a while, I'll record in FL Studio.
Mm-hmm.
But I can usually get a much better result from Logic.
I'll have to look into that. I pretty much got into the...
are you on a Mac or Windows though?
I'm on Windows.
Oh yeah, then you Logic. Then Logic is out of the question for you, unfortunately.
Yeah. I haven't found what I want. I haven't found exactly what I want next, because I've pretty much gotten to the end of Audacity. It's useful in Skype.
Audacity is nice until you want to actually do something.
Yeah, I've gotten to the end of the
Yeah.
Audacity road where I need things that it doesn't do. So I'm like, okay, I've been looking for what program to go buy, and it's like, oh man, if you're gonna drop $500-600 on a program, it better be right. So I've been doing a lot of
Acid
research.
is pretty nice. I've used Acid, and I like that. That's what I moved to after GarageBand.
Oh, okay.
And it's not amazing for composition, but it's great for audio editing. So
Cool.
and I don't use Ableton, but I've heard that's pretty good too.
I'll have to look into that. Okay, cool. Next question, please.
Oh, this one's from Sax M13. Question is, would you rather write songs like Daniel Ingram or compose the background score like William Anderson?
I would much rather write songs like Daniel Ingram. That's my thing.
And that man
I
makes
just-
such darn good music.
Well, I mean, that is just kind of what I want to do someday. I would love to write songs for film, because I'm planning to go to school for film. I enjoy making movies and that kind of thing. So I'm hoping to incorporate that with the music. I would love to score films. I would love to write songs for films, and even musicals. Maybe I would love to do that sort of Daniel Ingram thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
That'd be cool.
that would be a lot of fun.
Next.
This is from Chaotic Harmony. Question is, if you had a single chance to go to Equestria and never return to Earth, would you take the chance?
I would not. No.
He likes his thumbs
I'd like
too
to
much.
visit. Yes, exactly.
He likes thumbs.
I would like to visit, but no, I would not like to live there.
It's too dangerous.
There's too many supervillain attacks.
Oh.
Changelings, that kind of thing.
Changelings,
Crash sprites.
supervillains. There you go.
Yeah, Discord.
Discord. I couldn't go there because I look like a supervillain now. With no hair, the mustache.
You do look like a supervillain.
I look like a
pretty
supervillain.
epic one.
Yeah. So
Yes.
I would have. All I need is I need Opal, so I can just pet Opal. That'd be good. I'd have Rarity as Rarity is my mistress. I'd be petting Opal, sitting on this epic couch in the middle of the boutique.
Yeah.
I can see it now. Somebody draw that for me. That'd be funny. Next.
This one's from lost it. Hold still. This one's for Repairman Man. Question is, how can I get a mustache like yours, Dusty?
Experience.
Years of
Yeah. years of heartbreak and tears. Years of it. Trust me. So you can grow an epic mustache. In fact, a gentleman from Michigan put up a wonderful little video tribute to me where he had started his own epic mustache, and it looked good for a couple of months, and it's going to take a couple of more months before it fills in correctly. But a very nice little tribute video to me, and I thank him for it. But these mustaches can be grown on your face, but it takes many years, many years to fill them with experience. So, as I've said before, a mustache is just an epic accessory to life. It doesn't make you the person you are. Only experience does. Next.
This one's from I don't know how to say this name. Pardon if I can't get this right. Zane Zendel. Question for all. Any pony fan games you guys are looking forward to? Ones I can name for sure, like Fighting is Magic, Equestria Online. I think it's called Equestria Online.
I want one of them to finish.
Yes.
I want
finish
Pony
one.
Card.
I play freaking Rainbow Dash beating the ball against the wall all day some days. You know, I'm sitting there waiting for something to render, and I'm playing Rainbow Dash beat the ball against the wall. I haven't gotten halfway to the high score that's there yet, but damn. You know, Epic Rush. Throw the ball. So, I love that game. But I'm really hoping for, the main 6 to get theirs done real soon. I mean, they keep showing us stuff they've already done, like, all the really great epic artwork they did for the Applejack arena, but it's like, come on, let's see something new. I want to see Fluttershy. I want to see some more stuff. I want to see some more of the stuff you're working on. So
hopefully they'll show some good stuff at BronyCon.
Yeah, I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Is they're waiting for the huge announcement for a couple of weeks from now. They've whetted people's appetites with what they just released the other day, and at BronyCon they're gonna have something huge. I hope. Equestria Online is gonna looks pretty cool.
What is that? I haven't even heard of that.
Basically, it's a role play game. So basically, you go in, you create your pony, and you walk around Equestria making friends and basically living in Equestria as this OC pony.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's really good. I like that. I grew up when there was no World Wide Web, where all we had was text-based mucks and mushes, where you had to use your imagination. You walk into a room and read the paragraph, and then in your imagination you had to see where you are and who was in the room you were talking to. So I'm hoping for something more role play like that, with some visuals. So I'm hoping it turns out really nice.
Awesome.
Yeesh. Next.
Oh, this one's from Velden. I don't know if I said that
right. Hi, Velden.
Awesome. This one, question is, have you tried using physical instruments or synths? And by the way, Dusty, Roz totally finished your badge.
Yay!
So physical instruments or synths.
Or synths, yeah.
Well, I use, like I explained earlier, I use mostly synths, and for physical instruments, I just use, I use guitar occasionally. And that's pretty much it. So yeah.
Cool.
Oh, you know what? I'll take this one. It's been posted for a while now. This one's from Gavin Gap. Question for Aviators. How should a 14-year-old boy convince his parents to go to BronyCon?
Very respectfully.
Yes. Yes. Don't bounce around them like Twilight Sparkle going, please, 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 please. That just gets annoying.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Sometimes when you're 14 years old, you have to do what your parents say. Sometimes your parents don't have the money to go to epic places, and sometimes you have to understand that. So, talking from experience, where I wanted to go do epic things when I was your age, but my parents had 3 boys in the 70s when there wasn't a lot of dosh to go around, and we had vacations near home, and it was awesome, and they always found really great stuff for us to do. So be understanding that sometimes your parents don't have your interest or the monetary funds to do what you want to do at your age, and just continue being a fan. And if you can't make this BronyCon, start saving your allowance so you can actually help them.
There will be others.
There will be others. Trust me, this ain't going away anytime soon. So. Next.
One sec. Yeah, I'm gonna ask this one. It's been asked a lot. People are starting running out of questions. The question is from Vigilant Watch. Aviators, do you plan to be any plans to become a pilot?
No. No plans to become a pilot.
I think you should stick to music.
Mm-hmm. I think
Yeah.
you should too. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Next.
Sorry, I'm choking on food.
You are choking on food.
Yes, I am. I'm good now, though. Thank God. It's starting to really get low on. Okay, here's one. This one is from Starstream. Question is, his grammar. Will you team up with Archie and do music someday?
I would love to. I don't think Archie even knows who I am, so probably not. But if he, I actually tweeted him saying, hey, we should chat sometime. We should, talk about a collaboration or something. He never tweeted me back, so I'm guessing he's busy and has other things to do.
Very.
So yeah.
Yeah, he's another one of those
That'll
guys
probably
that
never happen.
spends a month on a song. He brings out something once a month, and it's awesome. So he's probably always.
No,
working
he's
on
been
something.
releasing a ton of stuff lately.
I think he's actually isn't he signed to a contract? Isn't
He
he
is
signed to a
signed,
label
yeah.
now? Yeah,
Yeah.
so he's pretty busy with his real career. So now
Yeah.
that he's moved out of, he hasn't moved out of pony music, but he's moved on to bigger and better things, where he has a contract that he has to actually make music for a studio that is paying him real dosh. So it's one of those things where sign that contract and it's everything you want and more sometimes.
Yeah.
So we are 2 minutes. We got 2 minutes left in the show.
Oh,
so,
gosh.
yeah. 2
Okay,
minutes
can I
left.
take these 2 minutes to talk about something I probably should have talked about earlier?
You may go right ahead. You are the guest.
Thank you. Thank you. I just wanted to mention, I'm sure all of you guys know about Balloon Party.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I would like to, yes, I am currently heading up Balloon Party, the after party mix.
Ooh.
With Michael Arlano, Shifting Purple, Silver Hound, and a bunch of other guys. And that's going to be, so basically it's just Balloon Party 2.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not only for new tracks, it's for tracks that didn't make it and need improving.
Mm-hmm.
So for anyone listening, that's on my little remix on the events page, and that is going to be a big epic project that you guys should be on the lookout
That's
for.
awesome. I really wish I knew how to compose music myself, because I'd get into those kind of things. But I just sing other people's music. But it's if I could actually make my own song, I'd be throwing stuff at you guys. You'd probably reject it because it's childish and idiotic. But
Well, hey.
but yeah, maybe I'll get Fruit Loops.
Music
Try
is
to
music.
Throw something together. I'll do something Detroit garage punk style, like my buddy. Throw it at you and say, "Here, try that." It's like have you all go. Ugh. That's kind of weird. But anyway, so we're down to the weekly call out of shows that will be appearing here on Everfree Radio this week. We have the Equestrian Inquirer, comedy and news, straight from Ponyville with all the guys. Love working with them. Lots of fun. And that's Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Sketchy Sounds, live songcast. He has 2 hours of live acoustic music. And Thursdays, 11 a.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. And if you get into his chat, you can actually request songs of Sketchy. If he knows them, he'll play them for you. Brony Breakdown, the new show with Saber Spark and Paleo Cento. That's Thursdays, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, where they pull out all the really great stuff that happened during the week and regurgitate it for you in some weird, funny way. And then the Lunar Republic Takeover will be the all-request show where your Mistress of the Moon will play all your requests Fridays, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Then we get to Saturday Night Songs with Michelle Krieber. Every Saturday night she will have a new song from her upcoming album. And that will be on Saturdays, 4 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, usually just before her dinner time. And then A State of Brony, trance, electro, and house music. Saturdays, 11 a.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. Radiant Eclipse Podcast is the last show of the week, and that is Sundays, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. And we will continue to try to entertain you on all these shows. And right here on this show every week. Next week, we have another wonderful musical guest. And I think I'm going to keep that to myself right now. But tomorrow I will announce another really great musical guest for next week. I would like to thank all of you for joining us. I would like to thank Aviators for taking time out of his busy schedule to come and say hello to all of you and to me.
Thank you for having me on.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you. And Screwball for putting up with all of you and sneezing in my mic and my ear.
Sorry.
Let me shake that out because that was gooey.
Oh God!
Right in the ear.
Oh no!
Wow. That was,
I'm so sorry.
Was awesome.
Please forgive me.
I'm docking you 5 bits for that one.
Oh.
I'm telling you. So, thank you all. Thank you all for joining me. And next week we'll have another great show. And as we're getting closer and closer and closer to BronyCon, we will talk a little bit more about that and what's going to happen on this show and what's going to happen there. So, be sure to catch us next week. And I want to see you all, especially you. Hey, plates, remember them next time. Because you know what? I don't like eating my food off the ground. Okay? See y'all next week.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. We hate to leave you, but we'll be back soon. Good night, sweetheart. Good night. Good night, sweetheart. Good night.